Hey ink drinkers, welcome to week 2 of my old school April vlogs. Hello, once again, I am asking you to forgive me for my appearance, but I'm still in quite a bit of pain, and going to great lengths to look pretty just isn't a top priority for me right now. But I wanted to jump on here and kind of catch you up because quite a few days have gone by since we last spoke, and I thought an update was necessary. So let's try to do this really quickly so that I can go lean against a pillow or something and chill. First, exciting update. I finished Horns by Joe Hill. I ended up giving it 4.5 stars in my, reading journal and 4 stars on Goodreads. Don't ask me why I couldn't bring it up to 5 stars. I don't know. My brain is a mystery even to me. So anyway, I really enjoyed this. It surprised me how much I enjoyed it, actually, because I've heard mixed reviews, and I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. It really did hit a lot deeper than I expected, and I really enjoyed it. So I may do a standalone review in the future, but today's not that day. I can't do it today. Definitely recommend this, and I will be watching the movie in the near future. So I've got 3 current reads going for Old School April. First is Karen's Haircut. It is a babysitter's little sister book that I have been reading with Shelby here and there. I haven't been going as hardcore with this one as we did the first one, but we've been enjoying it nonetheless. I just, have been dealing with some issues. The second one I'm reading is with my son Wesson. It is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. We are 22% through that one. I'm also reading that aloud. That is on my Kindle. The third book I'm reading is White Fang, and I'm reading that on my own. I started reading that with my son Wesson, and we decided we could wait till he's a little bit older because it's just a little bit above what he's ready for as far as the language goes, and he found it to be a little bit boring, he said. So when I updated him on chapter 3, what happened in chapter 3 today, he said, of course, all that happened when I stopped reading it. So that kid cracks me up. I also participated in about half of the cartoon watch party on Saturday. I don't know if I said anything about that. And I did end up watching some more cartoons. We're constantly watching things like SpongeBob and whatnot, so it was pretty easy to get those cartoon points. I also watched an episode of Gilligan's Island because I saw it, I think it was on Tubi, or was it Peacock? I think it was Tubi. And I do want to watch some more of those. I really enjoyed that show as a kid. Now, the one I watched was in black and white, but I remember watching it in color growing up. I don't know, the black and white gives it an even more, vintagey, nostalgic vibe, so I really enjoy it. I also watched 2 movies the other day. Did I watch them both in the same day? I think I did. And they both ended up being perfect for the curveball watches. I watched Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone with my family, and that falls into the 2000s watch. I also watched The Thing with one of my grown kids, and that actually came out the year I was born, so extra point for that. But it would be considered a creature feature, I would say, so I got those two down. I am not doing the reading portion of the curveball this week, but I'm getting 2 points, so I'm excited about that, and we shall see what next week brings as far as curveballs go. The family and I have been coloring a lot. I've colored 2 pages, so I get, I get points for mine, not for my kids. But we have been coloring a lot of coloring pages, and the site I have been printing them off of, I found through the Discord. I will link it below as well. It is awesome. There is so much to choose from. Like, it's overwhelmingly big. They've got celebrities, they've got horror section, movie category, kids shows category, a nostalgic category. I think it was 80s. That's where I got the MTV logo, and there's so many categories. I'm sure you could find something that you love there. Superheroes, lots of superheroes. But we have been enjoying that. So I want to thank whoever put that site up. I don't know if it was Kelsi or if it was somebody else. I can't remember. But thank you to whoever posted that site on Discord, because I am loving it. I also participated in a couple of sprints this past week, few days, whatever. I posted a nostalgic photo up on the Discord and my Instagram today, and so I'll share it with you right now. I also watched my 12 music videos and had so much fun with that. I will be watching more music videos throughout the month with my kids because we love to do that together, but obviously we got the point for that, and I had a lot of fun with it. I will be sure to include the list of videos I watched here so that you can maybe look some of them up, or it might trigger some memories for you. I love nostalgic music videos. I have been watching vlogs here and there, at least a couple a day. And of course, half the time I forget to mark down that I watched vlogs. So who knows how many points I've racked up, but I will get to those 30 points. I will, Beetlejuice Bunch, I promise. I have posted 8 of the 10 Sick Sad April prompts so far. We shall see where I end up at the end of the month, but I'm doing much better than expected. I'm not sure if I'll be posting tomorrow's. Hello, I am here with another check-in. I'm feeling much better. I am not 100%. I do realize that I was overdoing it today. It's Saturday. I thought, okay, I'm not in this like major pain that I was in before. Let's get some stuff done. But then I realized I overdid it. I just like all of a sudden hit a brick wall and was like, okay, this isn't good. So Jeff and Logan were away this morning. When they came back, I was like, can I go upstairs, Jeff? I need to rest. So he's so wonderful about that, allowing me to come, be my introverted self, rest when I need to, and read in some peace and quiet as much as possible. You can always hear noises, from downstairs and whatnot, but it's a lot easier to read with background noise from another level of the house than it is in your ear. Okay, let's dive into the books that we've read. We haven't made a huge dent in any particular book. In fact, I don't think I've read very much of White Fang since I last updated you, so I really don't have much to say on that one. It is very good, and I'm enjoying it. There are some gorgeous passages as far as the writing goes. It's just written so beautifully. Wesson is really enjoying Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, which I am so thankful for. And I do notice that when Shelby's in the room, she is paying attention as well. So I can't wait to sit down and read that one-on-one with her, purposefully and not just by accident because she's in the room. I love that Alice in Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and the character in the book that we are currently reading are both around Shelby's age. They're both said to be about 7 years old. I don't think it's like said in the book, but people have come to the conclusion that Alice is 7. Karen is 7 years old. And so I love that. With Karen's haircut, we are kind of at a point where it's difficult to stop reading because I want to get to the good part. Because Karen is feeling very self-conscious. She has just lost 2 teeth, she has glasses, and she just has this extreme focus on wanting to be pretty. She wants to be a pretty girl, she wants to grow up to be a very pretty lady, and she's not feeling pretty at all. I just want to get to the good part so that we can see a happy moment for Karen and just have more reason to discuss how wonderful and amazing and beautiful that Shelby is. So anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about it before I get emotional. We've also been watching a lot of movies, and last night we watched 2 of my childhood favorites. One was a host rec recommended by Kelly from Kelly Hooked on Books, and that is A League of Their Own. I love that movie. It held up for me, and it was just such a great time watching that. I watched it with Wesson, and Shelby kind of paid attention, but she was kind of wanting to play games on my phone, so I let her do that. So it was a lot of fun. And we also watched Sister Act, and a few more of us were in the room at that time, and that was another favorite from childhood. Really love the whole thing. It's just hilarious and heartwarming, and you can't help but kind of bop around when they're singing. It's so much fun. So if you haven't seen either of those, we watched those on Tubi, I believe. Today, Wesson and I started watching Hellboy, and then about halfway through, he was going a little stir crazy. It's a beautiful day out. I thought, okay, we'll watch it later, the rest of it. And so that's what we're gonna do. But I'm gonna rest. He's gonna, get some energy out outside, and hopefully, I say outside, but I keep hearing them running around downstairs, so I don't know what's going on. When I get off of here, I'm gonna, text the husband, see what's happening. But anyway, that's a good time as well. There was a lot about that one I forgot. So that one has not been seared into my brain quite like those childhood favorites. We're flying by the seat of our pants over here, but we're having a good time, and I am enjoying Old School April. It's been a good time so far. So I'm excited to see what else we get into. Hello, I am so red because I've been basically cleaning, putting groceries away, all the, mom home life stuff today. But I have been watching quite a few Old School April videos, vlogs, and things like that here on YouTube. And hopefully I'll get to reading, but we are having our family movie night tonight and having some nostalgic candy. We're gonna grill in a little bit. I actually need to get down there and prep all the stuff. And I'm wearing a Rolling Stones t-shirt, which is nostalgic because my parents took me and a friend and a few of their friends when we were in high school, and so many great memories attached to that, and some awkward memories as well that I won't get into. Let's just say I went to a Christian school and it didn't fly with some of the teachers. Anyway, having a good day, but not a lot of points racked up aside from watching some OSA videos. But we'll rack some more points up this week, don't you worry. Happy birthday to Jen at Literary Love. If you are not connected with her here on YouTube or on Instagram, I will link her below. Definitely check out her channel. She is so sweet and fierce in the best sort of way. I had the pleasure of taking part in her sprints this morning for around 45 minutes before I had to go and finish lessons with my kids. So it was a lot of fun to connect with her and Elaine, her guest that she had on at the time at Cobalt Dragon. So new channel for me. I'm excited to check out her stuff. I already adore her. So we have a lot going on today. It's a beautiful day. We are finished with school and we have plans to do a vegetable garden this summer. So we need to get those seeds started. We are behind on that, but that's okay. That's the case for most things in my life. Always behind, but I do get around to it. So we're going to try to do that. We're probably going to have leftover grill meat from last night and just the leftover food from that because Jeff made a lot of burgers, brats, and hot dogs. I don't know if I caught that on camera, but it was delicious. I had a burger last night and then I had another one for lunch today. Beyond that, we're going to see what happens. I am making a little bit of progress in White Fang and cannot wait to finish that. I'm going to try to make it a priority over the next day or two to finish that because it has gotten really good, especially once White Fang has entered the picture. He came in around, spoiler if you don't want to know, he came in around chapter 6, and from that point on, I am completely invested. So it's hard for me to think of anything else, but we've got a lot going, so I'm going to get to it. I'm going to end this week's vlog, but I will probably have some clips from this afternoon and evening in next week's vlog. So you'll just have to wait and see what we get into. I hope you guys are having a fun old school April and you're reading great stuff, watching great stuff. And if it is nice where you live, I hope you're able to get outside and enjoy some fresh air. All right. To be continued.